Officer Black Belt just dropped on Netflix. Let's talk about it because I just finished watching it and I'm thoroughly impressed. I mean, this should probably win the best movie of the year, in my opinion. But it's so sad that Korean movies are often overlooked by the rest of the world, especially when it comes to awards and shit. Because this movie was fantastic. So let's get into it. This movie revolves around a young man who has no direction in life. He likes to do fun shit. I mean, that's his whole personality. That's his whole mission. As long as it's fun, I'ma do it. And with this mindset, he goes into judo, he goes into taekwondo, he goes into aikido, he goes into every single form of martial art available to him, and he masters them. He doesn't achieve super mastery, but he's good. You feel me? He does some odd jobs on the side when he's not hanging out with his friends. His friends are his support system. They're good guys. I mean, really good guys. If you see the movie, you know why. They have his back 247. On the side, one of his odd jobs is delivering chicken for his father's restaurant. And one day, on one of his trips, he witnesses a fight. Now, speaking of fights, I just want to point out that the martial arts in this movie is top notch. I mean, it's heart-wrenching. It is real. It doesn't feel like anything from the movies today that have wires and shit. It feels authentic as hell. That's one of the reasons I love this movie. Now, back to my synopsis, because the fight was going on and he steps in, ends it quickly because, like I said, he's good at whooping ass. This brings him into the sight of his government, who instantly offer him a job. Like, bro, you buff as hell. You clearly know how to fight. Come and be the martial artist for our department. Come and be the martial arts officer. He's like, is it fun? And the police officer said, yeah, it's fulfilling. So he goes around asking everyone in his life, his friends, his father. Another thing to point out, his father is one of his biggest supporters because I don't know where his mom is, but he lives with his father. So every single event that happens in his life, he brings it to him for advice. And his father is super supportive. I mean, really supportive because your son has no goals, sir. But you still support him, giving him great advice. That's amazing. Anyways, back to it. He ends up joining the team and he realized instantly he is actually good. I mean, this job basically revolves around him watching over newly released offenders who have like ankle bracelets on. So anyone whose ankle bracelet goes off or dies, he has to go check on them. And most times, it's usually criminals trying to run. And in this line of work, most of the offenders he encounters are predators, so he gets really angry. Like, there is a big wave of actual predators on the streets of his town. So like I said, he's good at this and he finds this job actually fulfilling, saving people's lives. So he dives headfirst into this space. Matter of fact, he becomes serious with it, removing his frosted tips and going with his natural hair. And he starts developing an eye for tracking down these individuals. Now, I'm not saying he develops superhuman abilities, no. I'm just saying all his years of developing and delivering chicken has allowed him to know or pick up cues on individuals around him. Like he knows when he steps into an apartment and there's no graders on the window, the person is usually a runner. He's learned to read people's faces to know when people are in distress. So yeah, he develops those skills on the jobs of delivering chicken and stuff. Anyways, he's able to find a predator before they make a move and he's able to apprehend them. So basically he becomes Batman, scouring the streets of people who are looking to offend and stuff like that. And I use Batman not only because he can fight, like he can really throw down, but because down the line in the story, he eventually gets his Joker. Now, I think I should mention this story starts out fun, but it gets dark because of the themes. This story goes into detail on the affairs of how predators are handled in Korea. I mean, they are handed very weak sentences and actually get to come out and resume their demonic acts. So, When a super predator is released, his office is notified to keep watch on this guy, but this guy should never have been released in the first place because, like I said, he's a super predator. His compulsion is insane, and he looks the part too. He looks actually scary. So our main character has to battle him, support his team. He gets stabbed a lot. Fight these guys who have a whole network of freaks just like themselves. Yeah, this is a movie for me. I love revenge. And when revenge is gotten and we get to see our enemies brought to their knees, I'm all for it. Go watch this movie, Officer Black Belt. It is on Netflix right now. And I can promise you this, you will not regret it. Peace.